When you're good, and you want to take your skills to the rest of the league. Jordan Haynes is good, and he wants to get even gooder. 3 wins out of the last 4 races. He goes for 4 wins in 5 at the Heartland. Green flag is out. ENEA is at Kansas. And the nice shot of the inner workings of iRacing there as Jordan Haynes cruises on to the race lead. Dakota Long in second. Haynes super loose. Kaufman's in the wall. Haynes trying to regain control of his race car. Perrin Huggins all the way to the inside. Drivers struggling to hold on to their race cars. And the new guy, Matt Seeger, in 14th. The 2 driven Chevrolets, nose to tail. Justin Shoup, a part of that gang. Bennett running also incredibly wide. He's on the outside. Sean Anderson to his inside. Nicky Kaufman behind him in that 1-4. Luke Reed on the outside. 3 wide with Justin Shoup in the 91, and then the 8 of Perrin Huggins up to the 11th position. Cody McFadden, the TNT rookie in that 64 car, now behind the defending champion, Cody B. Johnson in the 08. The local driver, Cordes in the 3, Haynes in second, and Dakota Long. There's a name we haven't seen on the top of the field in a very long time. 2-3 drag racing with the 1 out of turn 4. Ricky saying Justin said he messed up in qualifying, but hopefully he has a good night. There is the 91. Sitting in the 11th spot, Pete Yetman in that 2-1 since ahead of Luke Reed in that 3. Johnson in 08, sitting in that 4th spot. Johnson in the 08. Behind Connor Cordes in that 5. We appreciate you sticking with us while we fix just a couple of things. What do I say every week? If it's not one thing, it's another. Jordan Haynes in that 5. Now behind Dakota Long, but this time they switch spots on the racetrack. Connor Cordes sitting in 3rd, just ahead of the 08 of Cody Johnson down the back straight. A drag race for the lead keeps on getting closer. Dakota Dahl goes purple. How about that for the pilot of the 10? 30.63 seconds just ahead. Yetman, Shoup, and Bennett almost 3 wide. Shoup gets right ahead of Dahl in that 10. Racing Ricky asking where we're from, and we're from the Mitten State, man. Michigan. Perrin Huggins in that 8, sitting in position number 9. Somebody who's not a fan of football for Michigan is Cody McFadden, who's a Packers fan. Cody doesn't like the Lions. I like the Lions. Cody likes the Packers. And I'm going to make fun of Cody for that every single week that I get to broadcast that 6-4. Nothing against his racing. Cody McFadden's a fantastic racer. Way better than me. Better than half the field out here. I just don't like his football choices, but he's doing fantastically well in that 6th position. The Packers fan behind the 2 of Ryan Pasoko into turn number 1. And the Massachusetts pilot. Not where you'd expect him in this top 5, but having a great run so far. Jordan Haynes and Dakota Long continue to swap spots in the top 3. Here comes Connor Cordes. He wants to play too. Sean Anderson sitting just behind these pilots. Anderson running in that 13 Ford, one of only 3 Fords in tonight's race. Jake Prince on the outside, another of those local drivers. I'm sorry, Connor Cordes is a local driver. Jacob Prince just loves Kansas. Well, he might as well be a local driver. He loves it so much. There he is to the inside of that 2 car. Pasoko has to keep his back bumper covered. Prince is on the move, and he is all too happy to get up behind that number 2. You can see he wiggled. Prince wiggled right ahead of Pasoko. He put 2 tires on the white line. He got shaky. And shout out Racing Ricky saying the reason he asks where we're from is it'd be a great dirt track announcer. And Michigan does indeed have a ton of great dirt tracks. Lots of fun dirt tracks. Also a couple of great local ones. What's that short track they have out in Traverse City? I think it's Cherry something, or everything's named after cherries in Traverse City. You got to give a shout out to, I don't know, Kenny Wallace talked about some short track out in Michigan by the highway or something. There's obviously Berlin Raceway. Shout out to Johnny Benson and the 616. Got to give it up to the Tri-Cities as well. There's oh, look at Jordan Haynes getting way loose on the bottom side. The 5 of Connor Cordes sits behind him. The 1 of Jordan Haynes loses track just as we were going to mention the, I think it's Tri-City Speedway, somewhere near, oh goodness, someone, if anybody here knows Michigan short tracks, tell me where Tri-City Speedway is. Somewhere in the northeast of this state, I think. Of course, they got the big track down in Jackson where the Cup cars race. I think there's a dirt track out in Munger, Michigan, maybe, but I think that's like a figure 8. I think there's also a dirt track somewhere near Mount Pleasant. But yeah, Racing Ricky's spot on. There's tons of dirt tracks out here in Michigan as well. US 131 Motorsports Park. That's what I'm thinking of. I was just Googling it, and that's what's going on. US 131 Motorsports Park is one of the racetracks that I was thinking of as well. We got Gingerman as well. There's Flat Rock Speedway. Jordan Haynes at the front of this race. Dakota Long sitting behind him. Connor Cordes and Cody Johnson single file. The top 2 will now make a tandem, just driving away from this field. And have they figured out a system? Connor Cordes tries to get along with the top 3, and he will. Now that the 2-3 decides to scrape the wall, defending champion Cody Johnson wants a piece of this action. 0-8 to the inside of the Busch number 5. Cody McFadden will stick with Cordes. Here comes Jake Prince back on the assault. And the driven car wash number 8 of Perrin Huggins. Perrin with some special colors tonight in that number 8. Talking about the folks over at Driven Car Wash. We'll be talking more about them later tonight as well. Shout out to everybody over in the Illinois area. T. Lockhart in the chat knows a thing or two about Driven Car Wash as well. Right now, they have an awesome deal where you can snag unlimited washes and vacuums for the entire month for one low monthly payment. Go shoot them an email at hello@drivencarwash.com. You can even call or text them, 312-779-1411. Driven Car Wash. We'll be talking more about them and the folks over at Access Fishing, although we don't have our usual Access Fishing suspect here. Talking about the Chafin, Mr. Kyle Chafin. But wherever the Alabama Chafins are, shout out to you folks as well. And shout out if you've just tuned in. You have not missed a thing. 21 laps now underway, all caution-free, but without incident. Couple of cars getting some scrapes, but everybody now migrating to the high side of the racetrack. They want that grip. They want that speed. Dakota Long wants the wall. That's another scratch to the right-hand side of the 2-3 McDonald's Camry. Defending champion Cody Johnson behind him. Look at Cody McFadden right up the inside. He's going to choose the low line, and he's going to make it work for him. That was gutsy, and McFadden made it work. Check this out. Going to put that car right ahead of Jake Prince in the 9, and he runs away with it. Great pass by McFadden. That sees him up to third. Johnson now to his inside. Jordan Haynes with 3 wins in the last 4 starts, trying to go for 5 wins in the last 5 starts. Bristol, not a strong point for Haynes. Performance-wise, emotion-wise, Perrin Huggins, though, he's trying to move back up. While we're talking about Jordan Haynes, he says, don't forget about me. I'm leading this points championship. Huggins comes into this race, 227 points to his name compared to the 211 on defending champion Cody Johnson. Jordan Haynes, the 3-time winner this season, dominated last week at the Chicago Street Course, and he's looking to go for just one more win. Haynes now running away with the lead, 0.3 of a second back to the 6'4 of Cody McFadden. Cody Johnson to the inside of Ryan Pisoko. Jake Prince in that number 9. Trying to stay ahead of the competition, and Dakota Long drops on down to the 7th spot. Those Driven Car Wash track facts will tell you expect 30 to 40 laps on one green flag run. Can you imagine if these guys had to get car washes while they were actually racing as well? Matt Seeger, the rookie, now trying to come on down into the pits. He almost misses that. And that rookie in his Driven 88, almost having too much of an incident there. But the rookie survives for now. Jacob Prince comes to a halt. Lucas Reed also on his way in. Matt Seeger, also known as ENEA Shotgun on the Xbox side of things, has now made the move to the dark side. He's in iRacing with the rest of us, and he's going to be here forever, like the rest of us, too. Racing Ricky asked if I ever think about being a broadcaster. Every single day that I get behind this microphone, absolutely. If you know anybody over at the Tri-City Speedway area, just let them know. There's a kid just down this street who would love to help them out. Dakota Long sitting in 7th. Perrin Huggins decides he's going to come down into the pits, and car number 8 will make his way for tires, fuel, everything else that he can get his hands on. Pete Yetman will also do the same in his number 21 Chevrolet. He's down and out, back ready to race. Defending champion Cody Johnson back out on the track. And points leader, Perrin Huggins, with all eyes on him. And how about the leaders with eyes on them, too? Jordan Haynes in the number 1. He's going to come down at an alarming rate of speed. There's no way. There's no way he gets away without a penalty. And the 6'4" of Cody McFadden, he almost got away without a race car. Watch this. Where's Jordan Haynes coming into the pits? Because he just came in at an alarming rate of speed. I could find where Jordan Haynes actually came into the pits, but that was Pete Yetman earlier. There it is. Check this out. Nope, that's him entering his stall. All right, no idea, but yeah, there's Jordan Haynes. There's there's the 64 of McFadden coming in sideways. Racing Ricky, you and I will definitely talk later on about how we can go about that, because that's something that we're going to make work. Best believe. Ryan Pasoko's made the race work for him so far because he just happens to be leading this damn thing. 31 laps into this race. And it's Nicky Simpson in the chat. There's a name I haven't seen in a very long time. Nicholas J. Simpson in the house. Good to see from you, Nicky. Send my love to the family out in the Northeast. Hope everybody's doing well. Justin Shoup in that 2nd spot. Up 16 places from where he started. He has yet to pit. All of the top 6 have yet to pit. Nicky's saying it looks like a mess out there with just over 100 laps to go. They've just completed their first green flag cycle, except for Pasoko, who looks like he could be gambling out there. If the caution comes out now, the gamble will certainly pay off for the 2. Got to get in on those Cowboys and Chargers scores as well. I know that they're playing. I'm sure folks are wondering to hear what's going on over there. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Cowboys down 7. And those of you that had money on Cowboys down 7, go ahead and collect. There's about 9 minutes to go in that first quarter. Chargers up 7-0. And the Cowboys with the ball, so they're looking to tie that game up. Ryan Lindemann sitting in 4th. James Staples in 5th. Shoup has decided he's going to come in, and the pride of Bealton, Virginia, now comes down for his tires and his fuel. Car 91 is down, and he is away. Justin Shoup will come back onto the racing surface and see what kind of damage he can get up to. Meanwhile, Dakota Long into that 3rd spot. He has yet to pit. 2.2 seconds behind Dakota Dahl in the 10 car, and the 0-8 defending champion Cody Johnson wants a piece of that top 5. Let's go on board with the champ. 39 laps into this race. Cody Johnson, you just heard him scrape against that wall. Defending champion, sitting in 6th, trying to work on Perrin Huggins, almost 3 seconds ahead. Tuning into that Cowboys-Chargers game, it is 7-7 with 25 seconds to go. ESPN is really behind. But now I'm on YouTube TV, so I'll be, 1 minute behind? Racing Ricky says, I want to know what the B stands for in Cody B. Johnson. Well, I can't tell you that. But I'll give you a guess. Justin Shoup in the 91. He sits in 9th, up 9 places from where he started. Ricky, your boy's doing all right. He's getting back up through that field. He sits in the top 10 again. Connor Cordes, 0.2 of a second ahead. And the local flavor now has the 91 to deal with. Shout out Kyle Chafin. Shout out everybody over there at Access Fishing. We'll be talking about them soon. Actually, we were just talking about you, Kyle. How we missed you this week. I don't know if this is the first race you might have missed this week, but strange not to see a 44 in the field. Jacob Prince tags the outside wall in turn number 4, and that happy Mother's Day Lumar Chevrolet not so happy if he keeps on putting scrapes on that car. Ryan Pasoko decides he's going to come in. How about Dakota Dahl, Ryan Lindo, and James Staples still out well beyond the Driven Car Wash track facts? Dahl, Lindemann, Staples, 1, 2, 3. They have yet to pit, and it's an incredible gamble. Perrin Huggins, 16 seconds behind these drivers that have not pit. And speak of those that don't pit, and they shall appear. The 10 of Dakota Dahl sits in 3rd. Jimmy Staples in that 2nd position. And I shouldn't do that. He told me not to call him Jimmy Staples. Sorry, Jimmy. Ryan Lindemann leading this race in that 2.8 Haviland car. We haven't spoken about him at all this week. Last time around, Lindemann, 32.56. Perrin Huggins, 31.05. Huggins, 1.5 seconds quicker than Lindemann in the 28, who will now come in, followed by Staples. Huggins on the back straight will reassume the lead. Cody Johnson, 3.6 seconds behind Perrin Huggins. Jordan Haynes running in 16th, 1 lap down. And his last pit time, 6.82 seconds. And I'll tell you exactly what that was. A speeding penalty. Plain and simple. A speeding penalty right there for Jordan Haynes, dominating this field. And without a caution, Haynes is going to need a whole ton of help to get back out here. Kyle Chafin saying good luck to everyone, saying out of town with the family on vacation. Well, shout out to the Chafin family as well. Matter of fact, we do have to mention the folks over there at Access Fishing. You might see their name on the title screen, and you'll see their name right there as well, or even on the 44 that Kyle Chafin happens to race week in and week out. But those folks at Access Fishing, you got to check them out at accessfishingal.com, providing everyday quality for the everyday angler at the everyday angler price. Quality, custom, soft, plastic fishing gear at that everyday price. You could go to the big box stores and spend hundreds, or you could go down to accessfishingal.com. Accessfishingal.com. Check out what they've got, compare the difference, and save an incredible amount of money getting those quality baits. Also, check them out on their social media at Access Fishing LLC. And tonight's podium interviews will be brought to you by Access Fishing. Again, custom soft plastic baits for the everyday angler at the everyday angler price. AccessFishingAL.com. Jacob Prince looking to reel in the competition. He's behind Justin Shoup in that 91. Prince in the 9, trying to get one up on the 9-1. Let's go on board with the 9-1. Justin Shoup up 15 places from where he started. He pitted on lap 34. Now that the cycles are complete, look at Perrin Huggins. He's behind Dakota Long, trying to put the 23 one lap down. The 48 of Colton Hefner, the pride of Rockwall, Texas. That still says incorrect. We went through this last week, and I did him a disservice, and I didn't save what I had ruined. So let me go. I need to fix that for Colton because he has been correctly numbered for quite some time. And I didn't save what I had messed up last week again. So I will get that fixed, Colton. I apologize. But Colton Hefner is correctly numbered in that 48 car. He sits in 10th right now. Perrin Huggins last pitted on lap 28. Dakota Long last pitted on lap 36. Nicky Simpson telling us to keep an eye on Ryan Pasoko, who sits in that 7th position with a fast race car. He is behind Jordan Haynes, who's gotten around him. Again, Haynes still running in 15th, not currently in that lucky dog position. Here is the man in that lucky dog position, and here's the man keeping Jordan Haynes from getting back to the front of this field. Michael Bennett in the number 19 Chevy. Up 18 seconds compared to Jordan Haynes, who had a speeding penalty during that green flag cycle, and it cost him dearly. Lindemann in the 5-4, half a second behind Luke Reed, who's ahead of the new guy, Matt Seeger, running in the 18th position. Seeger 3 laps off the pace, but you've got to give it up to the rookie. He hasn't crashed yet, and he's kept his race car in one solid piece. As far as we're concerned, that's a win in itself. Shout out to Seeger. And I think Lockhart was in the chat earlier telling us that he's going to be something to watch for later on, and he absolutely will. If you know anything about ENEA before the PC days, Shotgun was the man. When they called him ENEA Shotgun, he was a contender week in and week out. Colton Hefner trying to contend for the top 10. If Lucas Reed would let him, the number 3 sitting in that 10th position, and the 48 Logitech Camry in the 11th spot just behind him. Hefner will move to the inside. He's going to try play a little closer to the white line. Hefner down the front straight. He will just edge Lucas Reed into turn number 1. There goes Lindo in that 9th position. Hefner will just walk away with 10th. James Staples now behind Lucas Reed. That 2-4 car behind the new guy. Almost trapped behind these two. Reed on the top side. Staples will take the middle around the rookie Seeger. How about James Staples trying to make it work? He'll keep it off the turn 4 wall. In the Dallas game, Dallas and Los Angeles tied at 7, 11:50 to go in the second quarter. Cowboys 3-2, Chargers 2-2. Where are they playing? Los Angeles? It's an awesome stadium, by the way. I've never been, but I'd love to. It looks like just the architecture is fantastic. It's one of those things where you just have to see it one time in your life. Where do they play? Ricky, if you're out there, where do they play? Do they still play at the SoFi Stadium where the Rams play, something like that? Perrin Huggins still leading this race. 2.3 seconds back to defending champion Cody Johnson. Caution is out. The caution is out, and Dakota Long is the lucky dog at the moment of caution. What happened? Is it Seeger? It's not Kaufman. What happened here when the caution flew? Or, no, it's a stage break. I have no idea what's going on. It is a stage break. It's a... Caution comes out at lap 56. It's a stage break. I think they mentioned this earlier, and I just didn't pay attention because when do I ever pay attention? But Perrin Huggins is the race leader. Cody Johnson's in second. And there's no, what is that? Was that a punt? That was a punt. So the Cowboys will have the ball at what? The 10-yard line with 11.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Perrin Huggins will be scored as your race leader. These guys will go back to work after taking a short break, and while they take a short break, we will go on and do the same, fans. Don't go anywhere. Drivers are going to get tires, fuel, and everything else. We will be back in 2 minutes with more ENEA racing, and we're going to talk about our partners over at Driven Car Wash. Don't go anywhere. Back in 2 with more racing from Kansas. About to throw the green flag and get the next 75 laps of action going on. Is it 75? I can't do math. What's 135 minus 60? 75, right? Let's hope so. Perrin Huggins and Justin Shute will be on the front row for this one. It will be 75 laps to go as the pace truck peels off and the cars get ready to move again. Back up to racing speed. Green flag is out. Let's go racing. Caution is out, crashing immediately. The 2-8 of Lindemann, defending champion. The 0-8, Cody Johnson. Derek in the chat gets his wish, and they don't even make it 3 corners before they start crashing. Rookie Pete Yetman also involved. Caution is out for the second time tonight, just as the sun sets at the Kansas Speedway. Perrin Huggins still your race leader. Let's go back to the restart and see where this all unfolded. Cowboys and Chargers fans ought to know the game's still tied at 7. Now let's take a look here. We saw the 21 of Pete Yetman get involved in this one. 3 wide already. Keep your eye on that 2-1. The 2-8's also going to be involved. Look at the 10 of Dakota Dahl. He already gets loose. James Staples caught a piece of that. Hard lick for Pete Yetman. The 13's involved. The 23 of Dakota Long is involved. One question we got to know, did Jordan Haynes get the lucky dog in all this as well? Now have a look here. The 10 of Dahl. He gets really loose out of the corner. Have a listen. Everybody just checks up after Dahl, and you've got to think these are the first. This is the first at-speed laps that these guys are putting on really cold tires. They've been racing on incredibly warm tires up to this point. The 0-8, Cody Johnson. He had nothing to do with this. Could not catch a break. Have a look. 0-8's on the outside. We'll see who checks up and gets into him. Oh, the 2-1 of Yetman just goes way up the racetrack. Johnson almost makes it. He gets collected by James Staples. Dakota Long getting collected at the end. From Jacob Prince's point of view, Prince keeps his race car in one solid piece. Pete Yetman in the pits. Justin Shoup, he kept his nose clean. Perrin Huggins kept his nose clean. The number 5 of Connor Cordes to the outside. He's sitting in 3rd right now. There's Dakota Dahl. Again, he got loose on that restart. Just lost control of the race car, but he kept it in one piece. Jordan Haynes already through all of this. Remember, Haynes going for 4 wins in 5 races. We'll see if he gets the lucky dog. I was not paying attention on who had the lucky dog when we restarted this race. For those that don't know, the lucky dog is the nickname for the driver that will get one of his laps back. In this case, Michael Bennett being scored as 1 lap down in 12th. He may be that lucky dog. Jordan Haynes already on the lead lap. So this could be Jordan Haynes. Yeah, this is him slotting himself back into position, waiting for the lights to go off atop the pace truck, and they do. So we're going green this time by. Justin Shoup will be restarting on the outside of Perrin Huggins. Connor Cordes and Dakota Dahl will be restarting in row number 2. Jordan Haynes looking to get some of his positions back in that number 1. An incredibly dominant car. Jordan Haynes had the juice. Then the green flag pit stops came. He sped, and he put himself in this position. So Jordan Haynes back to 10th. We'll see what he can do. Trying to see the score of this Chargers-Cowboys game. Completely forgot where they're at. Still 7-7. Chargers with the ball just under now. 9 minutes remaining. 2nd and 7 for Los Angeles. They're going to snap the ball on their own 35. Run the play clock down to 4 seconds. They're going to try and run it up the middle, and they will lose a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for Los Angeles. Clock is still running 8.5 as it ticks down. Perrin Huggins still with the lead. The pride of Bealton, Virginia. Justin Shoup on his outside. Connor Cordes in third. Let's try this again and see how far they get this time. Green flag will come out with 70 laps to go.
Green.
There it is. Let's go racing. With that terrible camera shot. Huggins back out to the lead. Jacob Prince is in second. He prides himself on how much he loves this racetrack, and now he's proving it. Car number 9 up to that second spot. Car number 8 sitting just ahead. Justin Shoup just in third. Dakota Long in fourth, and Connor Cordes rounding out the top 5 with Colton Hefner behind him. The correctly numbered Colton Hefner sitting in that 6th spot. Let's go on board with the Texan. Hefner in the wall, and the correctly numbered pride of Rockwall, Texas. Again, for those that don't know, I think for like 87 years it said incorrectly numbered down there because of one race where he didn't have the right number on his race car, and I was being petty. So now I just get to be wrong. And I'm going to try and refresh this as many times as I need to before it doesn't say incorrectly numbered anymore. He's from Rockwall, Texas. Hefner ahead of Cody Johnson. This is the battle for the 9th spot. Jordan Haynes has made it up to 8th. Prince just went green, though, 30.74 seconds. Jake Prince behind Perrin Huggins. 70 laps on the board, and it's 65 to go next time by. Prince in second. Shoup in third. Dakota Long in fourth. He was caught up in that last accident. He's back up to racing speed. Cordes in 5th, Lindemann in 6th. Is that Dakota Dahl in the wall? For sure it is. Car number 10 just ahead of the correctly numbered Colton Hefner. He's going to try and overtake Dahl, and Hefner up 11 places from where he started. Colton's on the move. Lindemann up 8 places from where he started, on board with the Haviland Chevy. Jordan Haynes side by side with the 2.8 of Ryan Lindemann. Ricky wants to know if Hefner, being from Rockwall, Texas, is a dirt driver as well. Apparently there's an up-and-comer from that area. There we go. Now that says Rockwall, Texas. Bask in the glow of the mistake that I have no longer made. It only took me 40 tries. Colton Hefner, correctly numbered, and in the 8th place, up 11 spots from where he started. 3-time winner Jordan Haynes, spending more time than he would like to behind that 2.8. There goes Lindemann. He gets loose in 3. Will he hold it? Hold it, Lindo. He holds it. Defending champion on his outside, almost into the wall, and the 28 car struggles to keep that race car moving in the right direction. Jordan Haynes had enough of sitting still, and the number 1 pushing his way through the field. How much contact did he make with the 2.8 of Ryan Lindemann? Let's have a look. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's have a look here. And that's the lap prior. See if we can get a better look on Jordan Haynes passing the 2.8 of Lindemann. Oh, he's already loose by that point. That's certainly contact. That really is contact. Shout out to the 2.8 of Lindemann, who didn't lose his... He just didn't lose his nerve. Keep one more look at her. You see that one car coming. But he was just flying through the corner. Maybe this is the lap prior. This does look like the lap prior. Yeah, by that point, Lindemann's already lost it. Yeah, there's the contact right there. But, you know, everyone made it through. So I guess we're just going to keep on pushing. What can you do at this point, really? What can you do? If anything, that is just racing, isn't it? 2nd and 2 in this NFL game. Looks like the Cowboys got the ball back. They're just shy of the 50-yard line as Dakota Long gets loose. Jordan Haynes is right next to him. Two of the quickest drivers on the circuit this year. We'll see just how far they get. Justin Shoup sitting in 3rd, 0.3 of a second behind Jacob Prince. They continue to march down that front straight. 78 laps on the board. Looking at the Cowboys game, it's 5:42 left in the 2nd quarter. Cowboys with the ball. Prescott drops back with a throw. It's going to end up tipped, almost intercepted as well. Flags are out on the field. I have no idea for what. I have no idea how football works. Sometimes it's a hold, sometimes it's not, and sometimes it sounds like they make up a rule, like some guy's infracting another guy's neutral zone or some garbage like that. I have no idea. Thought neutral zone was what the kids were calling it these days, but 5:33 remains nonetheless. It's 7-7 in Los Angeles. Perrin Huggins still at the front. That's a constant. 0.8 of a second ahead of Jacob Prince. Justin Shoup still hanging behind him, though. Let's go on board with car 91. The pride of Kansas City. The KC masterpiece, Connor Cordes. Just ahead of the 0-8 defending champion Cody Johnson. These two battling for 6th and for 7th. Cowboys look like they took a shot into the end zone, but that failed, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Dallas. Just under 5.5 remaining in that 2nd quarter. Cowboys looking to go 4-2 by the time this one's over. Cordes and Johnson still side by side. How about Cody McFadden, who almost lost his lunch coming into the pits on that first green flag cycle? Still in one piece, however. Despite being 8 places down from where he started, McFadden still doing his thing despite being a Packers fan. 2nd and 10 for Dallas. They're going to run it up the middle. They're going to gain just a few yards. Somebody's in the wall. Is that James Staples? That is James Staples, the 2-4. Staples Racing Media Chevrolet. Slow by himself on the inside, just trying to recover some racing speed. Someone's got to help that kid out. The 19 of Mike Bennett goes around Staples. And the 10 of Dahl will go around Staples. The 3 of Reed will go around Staples. The 28 of Lindemann will go around Staples. And that'll be it for now, unless James says something. Staples in that 17th position, 13 laps off the pace, but he continues to fight. He continues to race. He just can't knock that spirit. And you can't just knock Jordan Haynes either. He's all the way up to 4th. He was down a lap after putting himself in that position after speeding down pit road. Haynes back up inside of that top 5. They caught up to Justin Shoup. Justin Shoup has caught the wall, and he might be throwing away 3rd. Here comes the competition. Hayden and Long just trying to reel him in bit by bit. The 1 now can smell the draft of the 91. Shoup up 15 places from where he started, but now that black intimidating 1 has caught him up. Defense time for the 91. What in the hell are they doing over there? that is the Cowboys game where it looked like somebody was going to lose about 17 different yards on one single play. It's going to be 3rd and a lot for Dallas. And I mean a lot here. Jacob Prince is in 2nd. Justin Shoup still in 3rd by some miracle because he was grinding on that wall crazy hard. No, 2nd and 12 because I can't count and I don't watch football and I don't know what's happening here. But the Cowboys have the ball 2nd and 12, nobody in the backfield. And just going to dump it off here. They're going to gain like 10 yards. It's going to be 3rd and 2 for Dallas with just under 3.5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter. They still might pull this off. This is pretty great. Perrin Huggins looking to pull off another win, bringing up those access fishing points. Huggins still with the points lead. He's got 227 points to Cody Johnson's 11 points. And we got a new follower in the house, Derek 2K. Appreciate you, Derek. Welcome to Rick James TV. Let's talk about Perrin Huggins for a minute. Those folks over there at Driven Car Wash joining Rick James for this week. Shout out to everybody in the suburbs of Chicago, Illinois. They just, in matter of fact, opened up a new location in Des Plaines, Illinois, right there on South River Road. And in July, they added carbonite to their washes to make it a better experience. These folks over at Driven have a cutting-edge, eco-friendly express car wash with a classic twist. Go check them out. They're nestled right there in the suburbs of Chicago, and they're driven to offer their customers high quality and high value exterior car washes alongside rapid service and a warm, welcoming customer experience. They'll take you from driven to dazzling in just 3 minutes. Check out Driven Car Wash over at drivencarwash.com. Huggins still leading. Jake Prince in that 2nd position. Jordan Haynes rolling in 3rd. Justin Shoup in the 4th spot, and Dakota Long sitting in 5th. Shoup just losing a little bit of that luster that he got. Driver's able to make it approximately 30 to 40 laps on one green flag run, and that's where we find ourselves now. Justin Shoup pitted on lap 58. Cody Johnson, lap 64. There's going to be a lot of difference in the tire wear of these cars. Just over 40 laps remaining in tonight's race. If you've just tuned in, had a couple of cautions so far, maybe almost another as defending champion Cody Johnson off the wall. He's going to mow that Kansas grass on the inside and just sneak in behind the 6'4" of Cody McFadden. Cowboys are moving because they are on the 12-yard line now. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Dallas. Nope, no, it isn't. They gave up the ball. God, I really do need to pay attention. I've got one eye on the race, one eye on the game. I thought the Cowboys had gone really far, but they're facing the other direction. Is that a fumble? No, it's an incomplete pass. All right, Cowboys almost giving up the ball and scoring with the defense rather than the offense. So the Chargers have the ball just before the 2-minute warning. It's going to be 2nd and 10 for Los Angeles on their own 12-yard line, so it's going to be a really long drive for them. Meanwhile, Jake Prince has Jordan Haynes to deal with, and this is going to be quick for Jordan. These two have had their history this season, most notably at Bristol, where they go 3 wide. And if that doesn't tell you just how bad that situation was, they went 3 wide at Bristol. Some contact was made, and Jordan Haynes went around. Jordan loses his cool, and he turns the 9 under caution. Not his best moment. Jacob showing a lot of fight, though, proving me wrong because he's now back to the inside of Jordan Haynes, really making Jordan work for that 2nd spot. They continue to drag race. No contact yet. Prince on the inside, Haynes on the outside, and these two continue to do battle for the silver medal spot. Prince will retain second. Much to my surprise, Haynes will try to force the issue on the left-hand side. He saw daylight. Prince will go to the left. They will make more contact, and here we go. And that was always going to happen, wasn't it? And Jordan Haynes is stuck in the wall. And Jacob Prince is wrecked. And he finally gets himself off the wall. Well, we saw that coming a mile away. Let's go to the blimp and see what happens. So this is a lap prior. A lap before any of this garbage unfolds. Let's see what happens here. Haynes in the 1. Prince on the outside in the 9. Well, Prince now to the inside in the 9. This is probably actually a lap before any of this occurred. Let's see if we can get closer here. Yeah. So this time, Haynes in the 1 on the outside. Prince in the 9. Looks like Jordan might have just gotten a little extracurricular with the back end of Prince there, but again, no harm, no foul. They keep it moving. Haynes on the outside. Is he going to try the crossover out of the corner? He will. Prince with the block. Haynes has the momentum, forces the issue up the left-hand side. They continue to go. Then there's Prince coming down on the 1, and that happens. What was I just saying about Bristol? Except there they went 3 wide. This time they only went 2 wide. Have another look. Prince tries to throw the block. He knows he can't hold him off. 1 will come up. They won't make contact. 1 will throw the brakes. The 9 will come down on the 1. And the 1 will lean on the 9 in retaliation, and they go right into the wall. Let's have another look. There's the pass. And let's see if we can... That's actually 3 laps prior. Let's see if we can run this back here. So again, just no contact between them. No contact between them. 9 will just come down onto the 1. And this time, you really can't point fingers at Hayes as much as you want to. Let's have a look. Another look if we can. No contact there. No contact whatsoever. 9 will really just come down on the 1 out of frustration. The 1 will lean on the 9 out of retaliation. And take them both out. Another look. Well, you call it. You tell me in the chat what you think happened. At Bristol, you can point the finger at Haynes for my money, and for whatever my opinion's worth, which ain't much these days, but for whatever my opinion's worth. You know. Looks like the shoe's on the other foot this week, but let's take a look and see if we can find any sort of contact, anything here. Well, the 1 with a great run off of 2, and he gives the 9 a hard shove, but everybody keeps it moving in the right direction. And this might be a different angle for you here. 1 with a clever pass. 9 will just come down onto the 1 after that. And there it is. At Bristol, you could argue that it was the 9 that came down onto the 1 car, which could very well have been the case. The 1 car, however, forcing the 3 wide issue in that situation. This time around, you could say that the 9 came down onto the 1, but no prior contact was made. You take a look at the seam and the hash marks in the racetrack, and you see the 9 coming down onto the 1. This is the lap prior. Once again, get a closer look. And there you see the 9 turning left down onto the 1 car. And with no fast repairs, both cars are really going to have a lot of work to do, and Jordan Haynes is flying through the field again like he's got something to say. Dakota Long looks like he might have also suffered an incident, but we're about to go green again. This time Dakota Long and Perrin Huggins side by side. Prince is in the pits getting his race car repaired. The one of Haynes back out onto the racing surface. Haynes finds himself still on the lead lap. We'll see just how much race car he has left. Huggins and Long side by side. They're going to fight it out in the last 37 laps of competition. Green flag is out at Kansas. Long on the outside, just trying to hold on to his race car in the top 3. Justin Shoup on the attack. How about Cody Johnson? He scraped the wall one too many times, and the defending champion goes for the race lead on Huggins. Long behind the 8. Shoup in the 91 to the left-hand side. Huggins and Long, they're lined up. Are they going to draft while the 08 of Cody Johnson becomes the new leader? 34 laps to go this time by. Perrin Huggins behind that 08. Huggins leading Johnson by 16 points. This could be Cody's way to say, don't forget about me. Jordan Haynes up to the 6th position, a man possessed and on the move. But will patience be kind to him, or will he need to be aggressive? Justin Shoup in the 91 sits ahead of the talented pilot of that all-black number 1. 23, Dakota Long behind the top 2. It goes Chevy, Toyota, your top 3 at Kansas. Look at this. Oh my gosh, they're getting so close. So close. Perrin Huggins leading this one. Just can't keep the left-hand side closed. 08 of Cody Johnson trying to make his play for the front. And Dakota Long wants a piece of the 8. I want to get one more look at that Jordan Haynes crash, just to see if there was any. And we're going to speed through this like, what is it, Benny Hill or whatever the hell that comedy show is, where they speed through this. Because last time at Bristol, you saw that number 1 just lose his cool and turn the 9 with all he had. Let's see what happens this time. Jordan Haynes will keep his cool. Shout out to Jordan Haynes in the 1. You got to give it to him. He learned from last time. And here's Jordan Haynes in 5th. Lockhart asking if they can make it to the end without another stop, and the answer is an emphatic maybe. Maybe. The track facts by Driven Car Wash telling you 30 to 40 laps will be the expected fuel run. And again, those of you in the Chicago suburbs area, check out Driven's new location in Des Plaines, Illinois. Perrin Huggins leading this race, repping for Driven Car Wash tonight. Trying to put those new colors in victory lane. Someone who's loving it just a little bit less than he is. Dakota Long in that 2-3 McDonald's Camry sits behind Jordan Haynes, who's had an intimidating performance tonight in the all-black number 1. Putting himself a lap down after a speeding penalty on a green flag cycle, having to get his lap back, passing cars, getting a lucky dog, being involved in a wreck with the 9 of Jacob Prince, who's still in the pits, and now in third, in contention to win his 4th race in 5 starts. It is tough to keep Jordan Haynes down. The 1 and the 2-3 will fight side by side. Quickly approaching 25 laps to go. Perrin Huggins now completing 107 laps on the board. Michael Bennett, he's behind Lindemann in that 2-8. All these drivers last pitting on lap 95 and lap 96. If they can go 40 laps to the end, the tires are going to be shredded. If there's one more caution from here to the end of the race, you better believe they're not going to risk it on fuel. The only thing they'll have to risk is tires. Haynes in the 1. He's got a chance. He has the defending champion, Cody Johnson, behind him. As they cross the line, 25 laps to go. Huggins leads long by 0.3 of a second, and Jordan Haynes is looming in the distance, but he's got to keep his cool. 7-7 as the Cowboys line up for a last-second field goal in this first half, trying to go up 10-3. If you're in the chat, let me know who you got. Cowboys, Chargers, playing in Los Angeles tonight on this Monday night of all nights. Jordan Haynes still in third. Cody Johnson just can't get to him for the bronze medal spot. Dakota Dahl. Shout out to Dakota Dahl, who has, by all standards, had a decent season, but he has not kept his car off the wall for every single race. And in this one, he's sitting in the 6th spot, while Bealton, Virginia's Justin Shoup sits in the 5th spot. It's going to be a 32-yard attempt on the kick for Dallas. 3 seconds remain in the half. The ball is snapped, the kick is up, and the kick is good as time expires in the first half. So the teams will go to the locker room. 10-7, Dallas up on Los Angeles. In Los Angeles, we'll see them in 15 minutes' time. Which one of your drivers are we going to see top of the field at the end of this race? Cody Johnson finally gets around Jordan Haynes for the 3rd position, and this could be where Haynes' car and the damage on that car just starts to let him down. One more caution, and Haynes might just have all the pieces to make it to the end. He sits ahead of the 91 of Justin Shoup, and Dakota Dahl is in 6th. Mike Bennett in 7th. Lindo, Reed, and Kansas City's Connor Cordes rounds out the top 10 tonight. 21 laps to go. Next time by. Huggins still leads. Bennett in 7th. He's around Lindemann. Shoup just ahead of Dahl. On board with the 10. Ricky's got the Cowboys. If you got Chargers or anything else, let me know. Let me know what you think of the game so far. Let me know what you think of the race. Who do you got for the end of this race? Justin Shoup rounds out the top 5. Perrin Huggins leads by 0.3 of a second. But again, the drivers last pitted on lap 95. They've got to make the fuel last to the end if it's going to go green all the way to the checkered, but the tires have to last too. Is that where Jordan Haynes is of this mindset? Justin Shoup in the 91, is he also saving his tires for the end? Who the hell knows? I don't, but I'm really excited to find out. It's 1-9 at the line, and it's going to be 18 when they get there again. Dakota Long decides he's going to leave some marks on that green turn 2 wall. Here comes the champ, Cody Johnson, to the inside of car 23, and the defending champion wants a piece of the top 2, maybe even the lead. The Flow Racing Chevrolet. Brilliant job. Last week at the Chicago Street Course, he was no match for this man. Jordan Haynes in the 1. Haynes caught up in this accident here with the number 9 car of Jacob Prince. Those two coming together. Jordan Haynes survives for the most part. He's still in the top 5. Jacob Prince still in the pits. And look at how close he's caught up to 2nd and 3rd, while Perrin Huggins opens up a gap of 1 second to the top 2. Or till 2nd and 3rd in the top 3. There we go. Lions went to Tampa yesterday and won 20-6 because the Lions are fantastic and they're going to win the Super Bowl. Perrin Huggins still leading by 9/10 over Cody Johnson, while Jordan Haynes catches up to the rest of this podium fight. 15 laps to go next time by. You also got to give it up to Matt Seeger in the number 88 machine. Talking about driven car wash. This rookie done himself good tonight. And remember the name, Matthew Seeger, because he's going to be on top this season. One more friendly word about our friends over at Driven Car Wash. If you don't know, now you do. They're nestled in those Chicago, Illinois suburbs, and they are driven to offer their customers high quality and high value exterior car washes alongside rapid service and a warm, welcoming customer experience. Starting in July, these guys actually added carbonite to their washes to make them even better, and they just opened a new location in Des Plaines, Illinois. So check them out right in those Chicago suburbs. They've got that cutting-edge, eco-friendly express car wash with a classic twist. Check out more at drivencarwash.com. Matt Seeger doing a fantastic job in the Driven Chevrolet. He's in the 12th spot, up 3 places from where he started. In the 3rd position, but not for long, Dakota Haynes now fighting it out, or Dakota Long fighting it out with Jordan Haynes as the defending champion Cody Johnson gets into the wall. Lucky number, 13 laps to go. Huggins opens his lead to 1.7 seconds over the rest of the competition. Has the 8 car left the rest in the dust. Haynes on the inside of the 23. They will go side by side and give each other plenty of room down that back straight. They continue to fight it out. And Jordan Haynes now fills the bronze medal slot with a dozen laps remaining. But the question on everyone's mind, do they have enough fuel? Perrin Huggins leading. Cody Johnson almost 2 seconds behind. Dakota Long and Jordan Haynes can't decide who wants to be in 3rd. And Justin Shoup in the distance behind Cody McFadden in 11th. If these two come together, Shoup will be right there to take 3rd. Gotta give it up to Dakota Dolan in this race. Up 5 places from where he started, still holding that top 5 position. Ryan Lindemann in that 2-8 car had an amazing save after he and Jordan Haynes made some contact. He's kept his car in fighting shape. And the hardest charger all race long, this number 91 here, Justin Shoup in the Bobcat Chevy, started in the 18th position. He's now up to 5th. Shoop has done a sensational job, regardless of what happens tonight. That 91 has just done his business tonight. And if he can hold on to it for another 10 circuits, it'll be a top 5. Meanwhile, Jordan Haynes finally gets around Dakota Long, and he's working on Cody Johnson, who's hit the wall twice. 2.3 seconds is now the gap between Huggins and Johnson. But is it enough time? It's now 9 at the line for Perrin Huggins. That's what 2.5 seconds looks like. And over the last 5 laps, Huggins has really been opening that can on the competition. Look at that. 0.2 here, 0.2 there. Jordan Haynes, on the other hand, catching up to Cody Johnson. Perrin Huggins with 2 wins this season. Jordan Haynes with 3. Huggins would love to equal the winningest driver this season. Cody Johnson kind of acting as the buffer between them. Ricky saying, do you have any idea how hard it is for a racer to save fuel? You have no idea. No, I really don't. I don't. You have any idea how hard it is to tell a racer to save fuel? I genuinely have no clue, and I'm not sure I want to be that person. Ricky, you being the crew chief, you ought to know just the arguments, the outright arguments you might have telling a guy to save gas. Huggins will go for broke, as will all of these guys, as you would expect, just going for broke. Sean Anderson's the only guy who's guaranteed to make it on fuel to the end of this race. He pitted on lap 106, and he's in 10th, 1 lap off the pace. Lockhart saying, Jordan Haynes in your mirror must be a scary sight. Well, let's see if he's going to be in the mirror of the 08 car for much longer. Right there. Dakota Dahl sitting in 6th. He's behind Justin Shoop, who's just trying to hold on to the top 5. Shoop last pitted on lap 95. He's going to let Dahl go to the inside, and Shoop will hold on to the position. Dakota Dahl running in that 5th spot behind Dakota Long, who's in 4th. Jordan Haynes a 1/4 of a second behind Cody Johnson, and Perrin Huggins looking like he's going to cruise to the victory. 3 1/3 seconds is what remains between him and the top 3. Haynes behind Johnson. Long in 4th. Dahl in 5th. There's Justin Shoop on the inside of Dakota Dahl. And that race for 5th just ain't over yet. 3 laps to go now as Perrin Huggins crosses the line. Dakota Long running in 4th. 2 seconds behind the battle for 2nd. Cody Johnson just ahead of Haynes. Haynes to the inside, and he might have something now. No, he does not. Haynes still behind that 08. Johnson just so good off of the corner. 3 miles remains for Perrin Huggins. Cody Johnson holding off Jordan Haynes, playing the best defense of his life, just trying to keep Perrin Huggins within reach. Ricky saying, if you have a driver walking beside you and come to a door, he's going to try to beat you through the door. That's how hard it is for a driver to save fuel. Not for this guy right here. Perrin Huggins driving Another masterclass tonight. Less than a mile and a half to go for Huggins, and he will collect victory number 3 this season. Jordan Haynes may not be within contention of the win, but he wants second place. To the inside of Cody Johnson, they will drag race down the back. Johnson will just have the juice on the number 1 of Haynes. Haynes gets one more shot off the corner. Perrin Huggins will come off of turn number 4. He will win his 3rd race of the season. It will be a drag race for the 3rd spot between them, and it will be Cody Johnson who beats Jordan Haynes to the line by 1/100th of a second. Dakota Dahl just misses out on the top 4, and Justin Shoup comes home in the 6th position, up 12 places from where he started. And it's this driver here, Perrin Huggins, with a dominating performance. Again, he is your Kansas winner. Great run for Perrin. Fans at home, don't go anywhere. We're going to have podium interviews in just a moment. On the podium now with our top 3, starting with tonight's bronze medalist in the number 1, Jordan Haynes. Jordan, great run for you tonight. Got that 3rd place. Looking forward to next week at Atlanta?
No, not really. Really not looking forward to much right now. I'm just pretty upset with the way that a couple of guys was driving tonight, especially Dakota and of course Jacob. I'm very disappointed in them. Dakota sitting up here running me over. It's the second time in 2 weeks that he's run me over. It's just that this time I didn't wreck, but he just I don't know. I don't know what their deal is with me. but they need to figure it out and they need to end it. You know, that's just that. And then Jacob, of course, he races everybody perfectly fine. Then when I come around, he wants to block me, door me, drive me down the track, door me in the turn like I'm not there. And this time his race ended instead of mine, and I'm sitting here on the podium. But it was a great race. A good win for P. Had a fun battle there with Cody there at the end. I had like a minute and a half worth of damage. You know, my toe links was broke. I'm sliding all over the place, just trying to salvage something. So I guess the ending made up for it. And earlier I got busted for speeding like an idiot, but it is what it is.
We'll see you here in a week's time. Good news on that, Jay, is that you are only 6 points behind Cody Johnson. Congratulations on third, man. We'll see you in a week.
Yep.
Tonight's silver medalist in that 08 Flow Racing Chevrolet, Cody Johnson. Champ, what more did you need to get up to Perrin tonight?
Just easier on the right front. I don't know. I didn't put in a whole lot of practice. So I was just trying to hang in there, and I don't really know what happened at the start of stage 2, but kind of got caught up in a mess. Might have put myself in a mess. I'm not sure. I had to watch it back, but I know I got loose coming out of 2. A few other cars got loose in front of me at the same time, and I ended up turned around backwards. Like I said, I think it was just kind of a racing deal there, and then I'm pretty sure there Jordan at the end probably would have had me if he hadn't had damage and all that stuff. I was just chewing up the right front too much. Just to even be able to compete with Perrin at all. But good win to him. Glad he got it, and it was fun racing there at the end.
It was a lot of fun watching you guys battle it out. We'll see you next week at Atlanta. You retain your second place position in the points. Tonight's winner driving that driven car wash Chevrolet on top of the Access Fishing podium. Perrin Huggins, your third win of the season, and next week coming up is Atlanta. What do you think? You going to be the first one to 4?
I hope so, man. I'm very excited. All my friends know I love plate racing, so yeah, I'm pumped for it. But I want to thank Tanner Lockhart for sponsoring my car, and I'm glad I was able to burn it down and put that thing in victory lane, man. It was a good race. Had a blast.
Congratulations on the dub. We'll see you next week at Atlanta.
Yep. Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
Fans at home, that puts another ENEA chapter in the books, don't you know? 6 races complete. And next week from the Atlanta Motor Speedway, we go into round number 7. This Thursday, however, the Gen 4 cars are at Darlington. You want to talk about some sideways racing? Be here Thursday night, 8:40, right here, Rick James TV. Those Gen 4 cars will be slipping and sliding. And until that next race, everybody, please stay safe. Do take care of each other, and we will see you all